This is Brian Drummond here, the OG voice of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, and you're watching Anime Secrets. It's over 9,000!
My name is Stephanie Gonzalez. I'll be your moderator, and welcome to the Daman Mills Q&A panel. Are you guys ready to meet Daman? Awesome. Everyone please give a big Baton Rouge welcome to the one and only Daman Mills. Hello, hello. Always
oh my gosh, a couch just for me.
I know.
Just in time for a nap.
I know, right? And they're so comfortable too.
I know.
Every time I come in here, I'm like, either that or like a little session. Tell us how you're doing.
It's a therapy session.
Right? It's like all lay down. You have the whole couch to yourself.
So I have this is going on, and
it was so funny because before Daman came backstage, I was She looks out the window, I look out the window, Damon's walking out, sunglasses and all, and we're like, how? How do you do it? How do you look so refreshed, looking like a superstar? We were like, we need coffee. We need coffee.
oh, I am the same person. I just hide it with the sunglasses and duct tape.
All right, I'll be practicing that when I get back to Houston.
Just tuck. It's all invisible.
And have you been to Baton Rouge before?
I have not. I've been to New Orleans, but not Baton Rouge. It's been very cute. I enjoy it. It's been fun. I went to a very cute restaurant that I can't remember the name of. It was amazing. And yeah, I liked the rain last night. It was very exciting.
I think I missed it. We actually went to dinner, a few coworkers and I, and we came out and we were like, oh, we missed the rain.
Oh my god.
The Baton Rouge rain.
I love rain. I'm weird. I'm like a vampire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's my first time here too. And I've been asking everyone this question because someone told me about a haunted house.
I heard about the haunted house.
You didn't go either.
I didn't. I was so sleepy. I was sleepy.
Was that really the reason why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not scared.
You're not a chicken like me.
Oh, no. I'm not scared at all. I'll probably just like play. I usually end up playing into it, and I'm like, oh, I can be scary too. Let's go. All right, you want me to be scary? Bye.
Okay, how about this? If we, or when we come back next year, we'll go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'll feel safe with you there. I feel like you'll make me laugh.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I got you.
I love it. So, you have been part of so many memorable anime moments, and obviously,
so many animes. I forget all of them.
Are you someone that goes back and do you watch your work, or you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It depends on what it is, but I definitely can't watch all of it. Sometimes people will come up and they'll be like, "Oh, this line or this scene." I'm like, "When did I say that?" Oh, I believe you. Maybe. So it's hard to keep up when it's because we usually find out kind of what we're doing in the moment in the booth, and we say the lines. We don't rehearse, and we're just kind of like go. So it's just like I'm like, I think I remember that moment, but remind me.
And is it usually because you have so much work and you're on the go, or is it because you might be a little bit of a critique? Are you hard on yourself? Do you feel when you do watch? Go back and watch.
I'm hard on myself. I mean, I work a lot in terms of just keeping myself busy, and I'm hard on myself with my own performances. I mean, we're all, as artists, we're all hyper self-critical. We all get imposter syndrome. I think that's just sort of the nature of the beast at this point, you know? So, but there's things, I think more recently, there's things I'm more proud of and that I feel that I've done a good job on, rather than in the past where I'm like, I could have done better there. That's kind of okay. But, you know, you get experience as you get older and, you know, all that. I'm amazing.
You are. And do you feel it's also the director in you? Because I'm telling you, so many people have been talking about that on the panels too. They've been just applauding and bragging your work, which is so cool because sometimes there's like that aspect that people don't get to see because it is behind the scenes, right?
Yeah. So I also, for those who do not know, I do voice direction as well. I've done it for 6 years now, something like that. And I was working in anime for a while, doing a lot of anime dubs, and I also have done like live action dubs for like foreign films. But the past couple years, maybe like 3 years now, I've been working on the Dragon Ball video games as a voice director. Notably, I did Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I led the production on that, on top of being Frieza, of course. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes because we're working with all the actors and the talent. We're working to make sure that the story is, done as well as you can. And especially with video games, you often don't have as much context or a visual cue as you do with animation or anime, because the animation, they're usually animating to your performance. With anime, we're dubbing over the existing footage. So it's easier to like match that performance to see what's going on. Sometimes with video games, you're in a vacuum and you're just trusting what directions you're given. And with Dragon Ball, we're usually matching the Japanese audio for like timing purposes. So we have to be within this sync. So yes, I direct on a lot of those projects. I've done some work on Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I did the latest Daima DLC direction for that. All kinds of stuff.
This goes on.
I also was directing on Pokemon Horizons for the second season as well.
At the same time.
And do you feel your work as a director helps you when you are doing voice acting and vice versa?
I think so, yeah. I think it's made me more aware and in tune with myself as an actor. I think it makes me a better actor, seeing and sort of taking inspiration from other talent. And I think because I am an actor, it makes me a better director because I kind of know what it's like to be in that position. And I feel like I know how to talk to the actor and kind of work through the performances with them and get kind of what we both feel is good, because I like it to be a collaborative effort. I don't want it to be just like, do what I say, and then, that's not my favorite way to work. I think when everybody kind of works together and creates the performance, that's when it really shines. So, it's really fun. I like it.
I know you're so good at it. And is there someone that perhaps you used to watch, or that you were like, oh, I'm a fan of their work, and you were like, I'm directing them now?
Oh, I mean, the whole Dragon Ball cast, all of them. I grew up watching Dragon Ball, and now I work with them, and I'm Frieza, and I direct them, and yeah, it's weird. So, that's fun.
Absolutely. Well, we're so proud of you, and we will be opening up the mic for fan questions, the Q&A portion, so feel free to, you heard what I was about to say. Feel Frieza.
Feel Frieza
too. Oh my! I'm gonna, you know
Do
what?
it quick,
I'll be right back.
Line up to ask questions. I may answer, I may destroy you.
Awesome. Well, that worked. That did the trick. Hello.
Hello, dear.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is V.
Hi, B.
So unfortunately, it's not about Dragon Ball. It is about Skate to Infinity.
We do love skate, though.
What is your opinions about the OVA, specifically Team Macho Blossom?
I mean, I'm a Macho Blossom pioneer with Jonas Scott. I mean, it's our fault. So we just leaned into it so heavily in the production, and the script adaptation was already leaning so heavily in that way, and the material just kind of lends itself to what's happening. And the OVA, we hadn't done it in like 4 years, so reprising, there's a lot of expectation with that. So we were very excited to go in and do it, and I worked very hard to kind of like bring that same energy back, especially with like a younger Cherry Blossom. I just had a great time with it, and I really hope we get the second season soon. It's such a good show.
Absolutely, y'all did amazing. And Team Cherry is actually my inspiration for my love piercing. So.
Yes, we love it. Let's go. Thank you, honey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Daman.
Hello.
So, picture this. You landed on Namek for the first time.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Killing everyone.
Okay.
And finding the Dragon Balls, come up with something original.
Okay. I think that's all I have to ask.
No, goody. It was excellent. Big on. Next.
Hello, my name is John. I have a two-part question.
Okay.
Part one is, when you initially auditioned for the role of Frieza, was that what you were actually going for, or were you going for a different role and ended up with Frieza?
When I auditioned for Frieza, it was to voice match the late Chris Ayres. So the audition that went to me was to match him specifically. I auditioned, and they cast me because I was the closest. So that is just kind of how that went. So it wasn't, I just got the sides and just read it and submitted it, and yeah, there was no callback or anything, just picked me. So
the second part of the question is, as Frieza, is there any part of Frieza during the time you played him that you would change or do differently in regards to personality or character?
Well, I mean, the first things that I did for Frieza, I began in the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super, and then Dragon Ball Fighters. So those early performances of mine were a little rusty and not as refined as it is now. So I would definitely go back and redo that stuff. So especially Fighters. I feel like Fighters, I could do way better now. And now I feel like I've kind of solidified the performance. We just recently, I'm still playing Frieza. We just had the DLC drop for Xenoverse 2. I don't know if you guys, who plays Xenoverse 2 in here? So there's a Future Saga DLC going on. So the DLC 3 for that, Frieza has a ultra super villain form that it was really fun to do. The whole story was really exciting. So that was really fun. And then we did Sparking Zero recently, and hopefully we get to do the anime again someday.
I'm hoping for that as well.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaden.
Hello.
I have two questions. First of all, did you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged when you were
Yeah.
Secondly, how do you think actual Frieza and Abridged Frieza would interact?
That's funny. Yeah, I do know those guys, and I've seen the Abridged, and it's really funny. They're very talented. And oh my gosh, I think Frieza would be. I mean, they're very similar, in terms of personality. I think he just would gather Friezas and rule the universe. This is just it's like with Linda's Frieza, or my Frieza, or Chris's Frieza, or the Japanese Frieza, or the Abridged Frieza.
Gather them all and we'll kill everyone. That's the objective.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so I'm gonna get the basic. I have two questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the basic one out of the way. What's your favorite Frieza line you've ever done?
It's difficult, honest. Oh, actually, there's one I just did in that DLC. So there's a side mission where Frieza is he summons Shenron. He's trying to make a wish, but he keeps getting interrupted by different fighters. So it's like Dispo and Frost and Gotenks. And Gotenks is the first one. And he's like,
I want a giant cookie. And Frieza's like, this is my wish, how dare you? And he's like, well, I guess I can share my cookie. And I'm just like, I don't want your stupid cookie! I shudder to think of the parenting that foisted you upon the world.
just something stupid like that. It was amazing.
That's so good.
And then the second question is, what's your favorite Frieza form?
Man, I mean,
I do love my golden form. It's quite exquisite, isn't it? Though I would say I am excited for a different form approaching in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
hi.
So, I honestly was very impressed that you had Frieza as close to the original as possible.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I was kind of wondering is that whenever you first, from getting the role of Frieza all the way up until now, would you say that your favorite was the Bardock movie, or when he was fighting against the Z Fighters when Frieza was resurrected and resurrected Frieza?
I did not record either of those movies as the actor, because that was Linda Young was the Bardock movie, Chris Ayres did Resurrection F, and the Broly movie. I started in Dragon Ball Super, and I've done that, and then the video game since. So I haven't done any of the films, but I've done all of those things in game format, for sure. In terms of as somebody who knows the lore of that, I really like Resurrection F. I think that one was a great movie. I think the Bardock movie is cool and interesting, but Frieza's barely involved. He kind of comes in and blows it up. And then Resurrection F is a lot more involved and interesting. But my favorite one is the Broly movie. I think that one was where he really shines.
Yeah.
In that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
What inspires you to become a voice actor?
I mean, I was a fan of this stuff, honestly. I watched all of, Dragon Ball when I was a kid, Pokemon, all of these different anime, and it sort of was just a hobby at first. I never intended to be an actor, and I was told that I was somewhat good at it, and I was interested in it, so I kept pursuing it. And I was, teenager in school. I was pretty shy, so I was never my pursuit to do acting. But I found fun in it. I thought it was really like a good escape for me, and I think it really helped build my confidence. Yeah, I just love it. I love getting lost in the. I've always been creative. Like, this is just kind of like I used to draw a lot. I've always been like a reader. I liked writing. I liked all that kind of stuff. So acting was something I found later, and I think that's the one that stuck. So I really love it, and I don't think I'll ever stop, to be honest.
Thank
We
you.
don't want you to stop.
You'd have to force me.
How are we doing?
Well, that depends on your answer.
I got a question. For the mobile fighting
Do we get close to the mic so we can hear you?
for the mobile fighting game for Dragon Ball, how many retakes did it take you?
Which mode? There is so many games, my friend. Which one?
Fighter Z?
Well, so Fighters is a console game. So Dragon Ball Legends? Dragon Ball Legends. For which one? Because we do different units, basically, for Dragon Ball Legends. I've done a lot of them. So we're all, let me put into perspective how many video games are recording all the time. There's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Dragon Ball The Breakers, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball, I don't know. There's a lot. So, Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra, that's the newest one, yes. That one's also mobile, I think. I've done a lot of takes, I don't know. I just, usually when I self-record, I self-direct myself now. I used to have a director, but then since I started directing, I just handle my own stuff. So I go in the booth, I just do it, and then send it to our editors, and then it just goes out. So I've been doing that. I did that. All of Sparking Zero, I self-directed. All the newest Xenoverse 2, I self-directed. Dragon Ball Legends was that. Were you talking about the full power one, the Ultra? Yeah, that one. I was so pissed off that day about some stuff and going on in my life that I just let loose. So I just ran down that list. I was like, I have to split up those sessions when it's that intense because I can't do it all in one go because there's so many cues. I think it's I don't know. It was 300 or 400 cues or something of that of just fighting. So you just look at the list because it's just dialogue, and you just bam, 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 bam. I was sweating. I was just drenched by the end of it. I was like, okay, that's it. Okay, I'm going home. So, yes.
Thank you. Oh, do you mind handing the mic to a friend? Oh, you got it.
You got it.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I got two things.
Okay.
The first thing is I want to know is Frieza, when you first got him.
Yes.
What did you kind of improv on the snarkiness, or did they say, "Oh, turn the snarkiness up and be more"?
I mean, he's always been snarky. It's just there. It's just easy to channel into it based on the dialogue and the scene.
You just grew into it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think now I've just leaned more into the sass of him. The more I'm just a little. I love sometimes they're just oh, that's so sad for you, just simpering, and just it just kind of makes fun of everyone. It's just ruthless and merciless all the time. So, I mean, it's always been there, but I think I've just honed in on it more now. If that makes sense.
Perfect. I got one more thing. So, just to get in your mouth, Frieza flies down in New York.
In New York?
yeah, nobody's paying attention. You know, nobody pays attention to you. And he just starts making fun of how they are just mortal people who evolved from monkeys.
Making fun of what? I would just blow it up, you fool. Conquering is more fun than anything.
They're just not paying him any attention.
I don't care if they're paying attention or not. What matters is conquest. And then I'll sell it. Or destroy, depends on my mood if I need to.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, little one.
If you could voice act for any other character in Dragon Ball, would you?
I totally would. I mean, I also play Monaka, if you guys know that from Dragon Ball Super. He's the little guy with the nipples. And I played some other robots, I think, in the Tournament of Power, too. But yeah, I guess if I could choose, I would love to play Cell. That would be really fun. Cell would be really cool. Yeah.
Good question. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so wait, what's it like to be part of the Pokemon anime after both Ash and Pikachu and Team Rocket are basically, I know, well, I guess they're probably taking a break from them now, or whatever.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sorry, basically, what's it like to be part of Pokemon anime? You know, Ash and Pikachu and Team Rocket are pretty not gonna be part.
For Pokemon Horizons, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great fun. I mean, I grew up with Pokemon as a kid. Like, I played Red and Blue back in the day, and I watched the anime. You know, I grew up with Ash Ketchum, like a lot of people did, and I did, you know, I've done some voice work. I did some work in X and Y, the series. I was like actually the beginning of my career. I did a little bit of work in New York before I moved to like Dallas and then LA. So that was like kind of where I cut my teeth was Pokemon. And I did some work on Journeys, which was towards the end of it. I played a couple different trainers and some Pokemon in that. I did like the Zarude movie as well. I played some Zarude and Amoonguss and all kinds of stuff. And so Pokemon Horizons, for those who do not know, is like basically they retired Ash Ketchum. And now there's a new series. I'm one of the main characters, Amethio, who is recurring in the show, as well as Quaxley, one of the water starter, and other characters, Quagsire, I take over now as Staryu, others. Lots of Pokemon. And I also assisted and directed on season 2. So I'm very involved. I love Pokemon Horizons, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should really check it out, because I think what it does well is creates a consistent building plot and character development. There's been a lot of character growth over time. There's been a lot of episodes already. And I love my character Amethio. He's such an interesting character. He starts off as an antagonist, but there's been a growth trajectory, and there's some stuff going on, and I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't been watching, but it's really exciting. I love it a lot.
So good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
First of all, I love how you work in Cherry Magic.
Thank you.
I love that though.
Yeah, it was super fun.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You were quarreling with Evangelion.
Yes.
And you were one of many quarrels at Evangelion.
Yes, I was the 6th Kaoru Nagisa, and the most recent one, yeah.
What's it like to be a part of Evangelion, the big history of Evangelion?
Evangelion, I mean, I was honored that they asked me to be a part of it. I was really surprised because it kind of came out of nowhere. And I was like, I mean, absolutely, I'll do it, sure. Because for those who do not know, I played Kaoru Nagisa in Evangelion only for God, this is when it gets confusing when multiple people played a role. I played Kaoru for the Prime Video dub, Amazon Prime Video dub of the movies. Yes, and I was the only one who did the Thrice Upon a Time movie.
And you were good in that, by the way.
Nope. I just did my own thing.
Yes, sir.
I just kind of like, I was like, I'm just gonna make my own voice.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I was also going to ask about Florida for Evangelion because you had mentioned that you're a huge fan of Dragon Ball, huge fan of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Are you a really huge fan of Evangelion?
I actually had never seen it.
Really?
Really? Yeah. Never until.
Did you like watch it, all of it, or whatever?
I watched the films that we did. Yeah, but I've not seen the series. No, I haven't. There's so much. I want to. There's so much stuff that I've done or I'm interested in, and I want to watch it, but I'm usually too busy recording it or working in it. But yeah, no, I mean, I know there's also a lot of people who have come before me as well who have. I've heard their performances and they're amazing too. And a lot of them are my friends. I mean, like Greg Ayers, Cliff Chapin, Jerry Jewell, like those guys. They're all fabulous actors, and I think they're amazing. So yeah, but I was really honored to do it at all. Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah. I love that though. It's so fun. It's like the two Full Metal Alchemists, like the dad and brother, right? Like changes drastically. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
So as someone who is both a voice actor and director, do you happen to have any general advice or any aspiring actors who maybe get the roles that they want?
Yeah, so the main thing to consider when you are trying to get into this profession is that you need to be an actor. A lot of people tend to focus on the voice. And the voice is important, but it's the secondary importance of what it takes because if you can do a funny voice or cool voice, that's awesome. But can you act in that voice? Can you laugh in that voice? Can you cry in that voice? Can you create a scene in that voice and create a character arc and trajectory and stay in that voice for long periods of time? So there's a lot of things to consider with that, and scene building and relationship building and living in that character. So you have to get that acting training and build that confidence and get that skill set under your belt. And if you can't do that, then that's the first problem. It's not just about impressions. Some people will come up and say, "Oh, I can do a great Frieza," and I'm like, "That's awesome. I'm Frieza. Back off." So that's nice, but it doesn't get you a job. And voice matching is a very specific, unique skill, and it's also very hard to do. So the best thing that I can say is finding your niche, finding your sound. Voice acting is incredibly competitive, even for those of us who have been doing it for a long time. So you need to consider that when you're getting into it. There's a lot of hustle that goes into it. You got to invest a lot in like equipment and classes and move to where the work is, because Dallas and LA and Houston and New York, those are like, the big entertainment hubs. Mostly LA, Dallas has Crunchyroll. You have to consider all of those factors as well. Hopefully that helps. There's a ton of resources online. There's a ton of books now on it compared to like when I was getting started. So yeah, that's the best thing I can say. And just, yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Hello.
Hey, so my question is, if you could redo the iconic scene from Dragon Ball Z where Vegeta and Naka are talking about somebody's power level, how would you redo that scene?
Was Frieza in that scene?
Maybe do Vegeta's line in Frieza style. The over 9,000?
If Frieza would do the over 9,000 line?
Yeah, how would you do it?
Maybe he'd click his little scouter and just read it, because he doesn't need to scream about people's power levels, because my power level is 530,000, fool. And that's just my first form.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Brittany.
What's the best part about being a director and voice actor?
Well, I love being a voice actor because I love creating stories and I love playing a character. It's a nice creative thing for me. It's an escape. I think it's a really fun job. You know, I get to do so many cool different projects. I get to work on a lot of franchises that I'm also a fan of. I work with amazing, talented people. I get to meet you guys. I get to travel the world. I get to, you know, this is my livelihood, and I'm so grateful to do this as a profession. You know, it's very hard to make this a full-time thing, and I'm very grateful that I've been able to do that. The voice directing thing as well, I mean, it's, you know, not something I ever intended to get into, but I just sort of got into it because actually Miss Tia Ballard, who's also here, she was directing a show that I was in, and she had asked me at the time if I wanted to try my hand at directing. And so Tia had me shadow her, and then I started assistant directing with her. And now, you know, I kept kind of doing that, and I really loved it. I love kind of putting the effort into creating the best sounding production that we can make, because I think if you build up everybody together, everybody sounds better, the project sounds better. It's a really collaborative, creative, fun thing. It's a lot of hard work, but I really love it. And especially working on Dragon Ball, like that's so iconic and fun for me. Like both working on the acting side, but the production side as well. I love it. It's really fun.
Good question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, no, I love it. Me too, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. All right, I have two questions.
Sure.
We're going with the first one being, if you could go and do any role for any character, any anime, past, present, and future of your choice, which would it be?
Well, that's a tough question. I think, gosh, if I could pick maybe a past anime, I would love to voice the Shomaru in Inuyasha. That would be fun.
Shomaru is the best.
Yes, that would be really fun for me. Yeah, and it's fun because he, David Kay, who voices the Shomaru, plays my grandfather in Pokemon Horizons. So that's really fun. So, yeah.
So my second question is, what would Frieza's Pokemon team be? What Pokemon would he have?
Mewtwo. Just Mewtwo.
Okay, I'll accept that.
I only need one, and that one kind of looks like me, so might as well have another Frieza army, but cat mutation.
If you could take any line from Abridged and bring it into the actual show, what would it be?
Oh my god, I don't even know. I can't remember any lines of anything anymore. What's your favorite line?
I promised you 2 pizzas! I promised you 2 pizzas.
If I would scream, I'd do it, but...
My voice is tired. Hello, and our last question of the panel.
Do you have any tips on when it comes to like writing and like being creative? I guess because you said like there's I guess like an element of creativity that has to go into voice acting. I would assume.
Well, there's script adaptation that we have to do a lot of the time, and I've done a little bit of that as well. We get the translation from Japan or whichever source material to adapt it into English, so that way it's more colloquialized for American audiences. And especially with timing constraints and everything, because sometimes we'll get like the translation that'll be like, thank you, but then like the mouth movements for the animation will be like, ba 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 ba, and that's thank you. So what do you say with that, right? So you have to come up with something that feels like that. So sometimes people will be like, well, that's not what the translation says. I'm like, we literally can't say thank you. Like it'd be stupid, you know?
I have one more part to the question.
Okay.
How do you get over like any like creative blocks or like I guess like a writer's block? How do you deal with that situation?
I mean, sometimes like if I'm doing, like say if I'm doing an audition, right, and I'm like trying to do it and I'm stuck and I'm like, I feel like I hate everything I'm doing and like I don't feel like I'm in the moment right now. I'm like at home trying to like record it, edit it. I usually step away. I'll like stop what I'm doing and I'll step away and I'll try to like reset or do something else. Whether it's to be like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get outside, I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go watch something. I'm gonna go anything that will like get your mind out of that loop. I think will help. Because if you just stay ruminating and stuck on something, I think that's when you sort of pitfall yourself and get stuck. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for your questions. And please give it up for Daman Mills. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was such a joy chatting with you, and we can't wait to do it again soon.
I'm sure we will. I will be leaving within the next hour to the airport. So if anybody is going to come to my table for signings and everything, I'm going right back over there right after this. And if you miss your chance,
so do it now.
Do it now, line up.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.